Hello, Nanny Carrot here. It's very early in the morning and I'm off to let the girls out. We lock them up over night time, or shut them away rather, because just in case predators get in there, and evidently chickens sleep very soundly. So it would be rather horrible if any predators did get in there. As you can see, they're very excited about the whole thing of coming out. So I just have to try and hold the camera and open the door at the same time. I'm not very good at doing two things at once anymore. So off they go. I do love the way that they run first thing in the morning. They've got such a nice lot of space here at the moment, so they can run around as they like, and they always do the same thing. Head up to that part of the garden, but understandably, because that's a shadier part of the garden. As you can see, the grass is very dry, so there is a promise of rain today, and I do hope that happens. One of my jobs in the morning is to fill up the football. They do like their early morning game of football. Lola's getting very good at it. And she's even getting good at working out where it's gone after she's kicked it. She was kicking it quite a long way and then couldn't work out quite where it's gone. And it was quite funny to watch her amazement. She's also learnt to jump up in the air and catch grapes. But unfortunately, I can't record that and throw the grapes up in the air at the same time. I'll have to work out some better way of doing these things. Lots of food there and in the full up bowls. Now, on to the garden then. Unfortunately, the hot weather has taken its toll. We've had a hosepipe ban here now for about 3 weeks because the water comes off of a private spring, so it's been rather difficult, and taking enough buckets of washing up water down to water this lot, as you can imagine, is not the easiest of things. So a lot of the plants have really suffered, and once a plant is weak or becomes weak, it becomes more susceptible to disease and predators. And that's what seems to be happening. Even the Brussels sprouts, which were doing beautifully inside the netting, have started to be eaten. The courgette plants are weakened. The kale is not doing very well at all. Which is a shame. The only things that seem to be doing really, really well are the chickens. They'll still run around even though it's quite hot. So let's have a little look elsewhere. Well, maybe I'm going to be looked at first of all, as Lola's come to see what I've got in my hand and is probably wondering, can she eat it? Is it for her? Which is the main thing in her thoughts. No, she's worked out that that isn't to be eaten, and she's gone off to leave me alone. Right, let's have a look round then. Where's Alice gone? Oh, she's over there. As you can see, I've got the crops covered from the girls as well as from other things, and it seems to be a big thing in planning going forward is how to let them have a free run of the garden and be able to run around and obviously be very happy and provide us with lovely eggs, and also to keep the veg, which is a very big part of our food production, to keep that going. Takes a lot of effort in doing that. The apples are small, unfortunately. They're Bramley cookers. Hopefully, if we get some rain now, they will get a bit bigger by harvest time. Fortunately, the branches are just that bit too high for the girls to jump and get them. And next year it will be even better because the apple trees will be bigger. The squashes are doing quite well, winter squashes. A bit early for the butternut squashes yet. They seem to become ready a lot later, and they're only just showing small fruits on them. So we do get some rain now, that'll be a good thing because they'll get bigger. But these winter squashes are doing beautifully. I've been taking off some of the larger leaves so that when it does rain, the rain will get down to the soil rather than just hanging around on top of the leaves. But that's looking very good. Strawberries aren't doing too well, but I'm going to move the strawberry bed, so my main focus now is keeping them alive and taking runners, and then I'm going to move them out of the way of chickens, because they can even get under netting. I did net them earlier. As you can see, everything's netted. Things that aren't netted suffer. These have suffered very badly, as you can see. But the other beans, the climbing French beans, are doing okay but need water. Now the kaleets I had under cover, and the butterflies, cabbage white butterflies, got underneath, and the cabbage white caterpillars have played havoc with the kale. I've picked off all the caterpillars, so I hope from now on it'll be all right. Beans are doing okay, need some water, as I've said. And the rocket has had flea beetle, so that's been a bit worrying as well. I've sprayed them with garlic to see if that makes a difference. Most creatures, apart from chickens, don't like garlic. Onions have done marvellously this year. Now, as you can see, the lettuce there has died and I've had to plant some new. And the aubergines are okay. Hurrah! Now, in the polytunnel, I won't grow in grow bags again. It's not worked for me because it just takes too much watering and I think they're not doing very well. The chilies in the pots are doing very well, so they seem to like having their roots restricted and they're making lots of flowers. So hopefully get quite a good stock of chilies this year. Lemon verbena's doing well at the front there. And the tomatoes on the other side are doing a lot better. The ones that I planted in the ground are doing wonderfully, and we've been picking tomatoes from them already, which is always nice after last year's blight catastrophe. And the chilies in the hanging baskets are doing well as well. So that's good. Plenty of tomatoes, plenty of chilies, and I haven't worried too much about growing things that I know might not work, but things that I know will work. Now, where are the girls? Oh dear, I left the door open. This is what happens if the door's open. They want to come in and see what's going on and try and find some more food. So I think it's time to say goodbye from Lola and Alice and from me, Nanny Carrot, and from Mimi, wherever she is. There she is. Goodbye.